Next, we have the porcupine. Here's what the porcupine looks like. Let's take a peek at some of the critical factors in the porcupine cut, okay? There's a lot of interesting grips utilized in this cut. It's a very elaborate cut. It's a complicated cut. So I'm going to focus on a few of the critical actions, then we'll put all those actions together and you guys will be doing the porcupine cut, okay? Here's the first action. It's the mid-syllable Casaubon variation pause, okay? You know the Casaubon shuffle? It's like this is the grip utilized. I'm doing it extremely slow here so you can see the grip, okay? Now we're going to use a variation on that. If you were to just stop the Casaubon, that's the Casaubon pause, okay? Now notice how it's gripped by the forefinger and pinky in a long edge straddle grip. Remember, if it was held here, that's short end straddle grip. This is long end straddle grip. Now, the variation here is you're going to hold it with the ring finger and the forefinger, not the pinky and the forefinger, okay? So basically, instead of that, the grip will be this. Okay, there it is from all sides. Okay? Now, this is going to happen mid-syllable because you don't want to just do it in this cut as if you were just doing the Casaubon shuffle. Okay, what you're going to do is break into Z, which you guys already know, then go into W. Begin as if you were going to do syllable work. Do the first two phases up until this position. Now, if you were going to go into 5 phases of syllable, you'd go here and break that in half. You remember? Don't do that, though. Now we're going to go into the mid-syllable Casaubon variant pause by breaking with your thumb of your left hand, using the left hand forefinger as the pivoting point. Break that packet, a third of that packet off, like this. Okay? Then instead of going down to the pinky, go to the ring finger. And now break another third off there. Okay? As you can see, we're now in the Casaubon shuffle type grip, but we also have the 10 of diamonds packet held in the hand. Now the reason we went to the ring finger is so that the pinky can hold it against the base of the left hand thumb. So we'll have freedom to utilize these fingers in holding other packets in a little bit, okay? Because you don't want that packet to fall on the floor. Nonetheless, that's the first part of the porcupine. Now the porcupine, let me just talk about the porcupine for a moment here. The porcupine is basically syllable technique, doing a syllable cut, but adding lots of sharp little packets jetting out all over the place to give it a porcupine look. Okay. For example, what we're going to do is stick cards all throughout the fingers, here and there, and everywhere, sticking out, and that gives it a sharp look. That's why we call it the porcupine cut. Okay. Let me show you guys that factor without doing the Casaubon stuff, so you guys can get a feel for what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. So we'll basically just go here, and instead of doing all that, I'll just show you the porcupine work. Remember, this is the short end straddle grip position. Okay. Now imagine if this packet wasn't here. Imagine if you just put some cards from that packet, slipped them out and held them here. Then you place some more cards here. Okay? Just like that. Then you came over and you broke this packet in half. Now there's only one card there, but this is another grip you could have. Just like that. These are all grips we're going to utilize in the cut. Okay? Now, I would call this position the parallel peace grip position. Now, remember we had the peace grip position, or the V for victory grip position, utilized in BRS. Now, it was utilized in the right hand, though. You remember? Here, and then we went here and we pivoted it over and it fell on the deck. Here we're going to do, it's more parallel, okay, like this. This is the standard V for victory. It's perpendicular to the fingers. Here it's parallel, okay. So those are some critical factors utilized in porcupine. Now that you have a peek at some of the factors involved in the porcupine, let's do the cut, okay. Go into Z grip, then into W, pivot, 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 go into the Casaubon sequence, the mid-Sybil Casaubon pause variant technique, which we just mentioned. Now things get very interesting here. You want to break this packet in half, but it's important that there's not a lot of cards broken off. It's a small packet to begin with, so if you break it in half, you're generally okay. But if for some reason there was a lot of cards in this packet, and that all depends on the beginning, how many cards were in each of the packets of the Z grip. But you don't want a lot of cards here because you're going to have to bend this card in a moment almost in half, and if there's a lot of cards there, it's not very easy to do that. Now, pivot forward and enter the valley. You'll notice right here is a little valley. Okay? It's important that you're in that valley so that you'll have the flexibility to do some of the actions coming up. Pivot forward and drop some cards in V grip. This is basically like BRS, but it's in the left hand. Okay? Remember that motion, the V for victory position? Now you're going to go into the left hand V grip parallel position by dropping some cards in the position in which we mentioned a moment ago. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to do the action I was just talking about, that I was just warning you about, where we bend this packet in half and grab it here. This is like basically a version of what the Jack of Clubs is gripped in by the pinky and the base of the hand, but it's with the packet sticking out. Okay, so basically break that packet in half like that. Then do the one card pop-out technique. That basically gives you the porcupine. Also, a little tip is you can pivot up just like that, so that packet, the middle packet, is more visible from the front. That's a little tip. Okay? To close, drop here with your ring finger of your right hand, clip there, relax, slide that packet in with your forefinger, pivot the one card pop-out packet forward and drop there, and then square everything up. And that completes the porcupine. Have fun with it.